Hey guys, welcome back to The Long Dark. This is now part 15 of the storyline, episode 3. We are once again somewhere random, but we're heading for that exclamation point on the map because that note we found under the bed about the church artifact pointed to this place next. This is where the artifact actually is, and it took forever to get here. Still can't sprint because remember we ended off in that bunker last time, and I had so much junk on me. Still do. So that's why I started the episode here. And there are going to be some big cuts, the really long, excessive treks. This is one of the biggest regions in the game, so it does take forever to get everywhere. I mean, even though it's nice, the whole point of this game is, you know, taking it in.
But nobody needs this anymore.
That's cloth. If we rip it up, I do think I do take it. But yeah, I think we get the idea at this point. Got a very objective-focused video here, though. It's like the last big objectives before the huge finale of this chapter. There's 2 more episodes after this one. This, the Rancid Salmon, it's at 23% quality. Oh, and the first time seeing maple syrup, I never saw that until now because I still hadn't played survival mode yet when I was recording this, actually. But that salmon, it's good to put it... It counts towards the calorie count in the community hall place. So it's worth keeping, but don't eat it yourself. I made that mistake and I got food poisoning, and I remember I got so scared because I had never seen it yet. So I just restarted my file, like reloaded from the last save. It's easy to do that kind of thing when you know you're going to add post-commentary to it. Like, it's easier to think in your mind what you're going to cut out and what you aren't. But then actually doing the commentary is another thing. So yeah, the note mentioned loose floorboards. And they're actually right there to the right, but it took me a while to notice. It's kind of like Molly's basement. Washer, dryer. I think definitely the one thing about this game that I still don't have down is weight management. Because anytime you find a good shelter or whatever, it's loaded with clothing, good boots if you didn't already have better ones on, and it's like, you want to save it all, but you can't possibly carry it all. There you go, there's the loose boards. Pretty neat artifact.
Gotta bring you home.
So that's one side quest, we just gotta return it. So for your sake and mine, all this, getting prepared for the next outdoor venture, just cut it all out. Repair what you can, eat what you can. Eventually make it back, during an aurora nonetheless. And everything, the whole point of going to those bunkers and being that encumbered was to bring it all back here to complete the objective. So food and drink, we're getting very close. I remember firewood and antibiotics were the big problem. There is a second distress pistol that we will be finding, I think, this episode as well. And that one's going in here, but for now we still need it to find the other survivors. So yeah, I really just left enough of this in to say that. It's weird because it only goes when you back out of the menu, it shows it count up. So here we are back in the church, returning the artifact.
Should make the priest happy. I should check back tomorrow.
Check back tomorrow. Yeah, so just definitely remember to do that because what you get is worth it. So, once again, another cut. We're getting very close to the second closest body to the community hall. This one that's like straight north of it. I actually got mauled by a bear and I restarted my file here too. Nice shot. Right into the tree. It still works though. There's a little, I think it's some like hermit camp? I forget what it's called. But there is a bear very close by near here. So you gotta be careful. So much birch, too. Like, if not for the fully complete map that you can keep referring to, it's hard to find your way around. But since I did get mauled the first time and reloaded the autosave, I was kind of taking a wide path. He may have despawned, actually, after that happened. I don't know. Lonely Homestead. Nothing about a hermit at all, but similar idea, I guess. I hear it. I think the sprinting was probably because I heard it.
I'm here to help you.
So here we go, second person. Actually, technically third if you count the huge one from the plane. So Ava, they all just need water.
This might be serious.
And then just to get back in time.
There. That should be better.
But I still appreciate it. I appreciated it at the time. And this is definitely your time to grab some coffee. They give you so much this chapter. You definitely want to reduce the fatigue. You hear that bear? Slow, plodding footsteps and breathing. Oh, there it is. I see its butt going to the left. I don't think they charge until you get within a certain radius and distract them. And there's something about fires too, but a campfire is not going to stop a charging bear, I don't think. I know a torch definitely won't, the way it does with wolves. But yeah, I appreciate this moment of it. It's the little campfire by everybody. Take the time to get your coffee, and then be on your way. And hopefully not get mauled by a bear.
I have to carry you.
But you get the idea at this point, so all this stuff... Well, actually, there's another thing before they're back to safety. That happens with every single remaining one of these people. So for this one, just across the bridge and then straight down to the community hall. Yeah, that bear's right there. I'm not sure if he's aware of me or not. Like, he's walking this way, but he could just be doing that. They do stalk you, though. So that was a cut, because here's what happens. It's like the Flight of the Bumblebees again, that music. But yep, for every remaining survivor, the Timberwolf morale meter gets bigger and bigger, and you always have to defend them sometime, if not multiple times, on the way back to the hall. So again, it's like another thing that kind of made this chapter a lot better, as opposed to walking up and down that railroad in episode 2. The Grey Mother stuff was good in episode 1, but I don't know, just compared to those two, it felt like there was so much more action with these. That was actually a good shot. I'm surprised, because normally, like, you'll see, I'm terrible. I think I'm better now, but... Like, if I actually played survival mode on one of the harder difficulties, I don't think I would make it even 20 days. Well, unless I started out in, like, Milton or something.
Only one way.
Yeah, I don't know, that one was just not coming back. So I went a little ways and found a coal bin in that little shed. That's where I'm going. It takes like 5 minutes to get there going this slow. So I cut it out.
Hang on.
At some point.
I have... Just stay awake. We can make it.
And yeah, and eventually, after getting some firewood supplies from that bin, I heard this wolf. Terrible shot, but it worked. That music does get old after a while. Like, it's nice at first, but like if something like that happens where it's just like one that's not coming back, and you have to hear it for the next 10 minutes, like, alright. So you get the idea. It's pretty much safe from here. Just get there.
Easy does it.
Drop off any more supplies you may have gathered.
I'm right. You'll be okay.
So now there's one more to go, the one furthest away from this place. But we also have the optional bunker things. And I don't really know how optional it is because I don't know how else you're supposed to get this stuff. So I put some coal in there and just kept on at it. So after recharging, sleeping, it was still nighttime or early morning. I don't know, it's kind of crazy out here. But we're making the trek to the church, which is like right on this neighboring town, to return the artifact. Or no, to check back because we already did. And it's definitely worth it. Yeah, at this point, I was scouring anything that looked like a firewood bin. So did I check it already? Because we still need it. Such an ominous, yet somehow pleasing sound. And then you get a thank you letter when you come back from Father Thomas. I can only thank you for what you have done for us and for letting God's light shine through you. Whoever you are, I sense that you have endured worse than a storm or two in order to return this humble treasure of ours. We will never forget you, Father Thomas. There you go. That's a total side objective, but it's fun to do them. I actually didn't complete all of the side things. Part of me is tempted to just replay it on my own time and do so. You can kind of make it out, but there it is, a rabbit skin hat. This is a very good hat.
I can use this.
Easy to craft too if you're playing survival mode because it's just rabbit fur and some guts. Which if you just snare a few rabbits and take their hide, you can easily craft that in like a couple days. But yeah, look at that. 0.5 increase. It increases in almost every category. I guess I was just really comparing. It has a little bit more weight to it, but they give it to you for a reason. So, I think I went back, got the usual coffee, because we got the fatigue reduction there, and now, oh yeah, I pulled up this map to show you, there's that far away one, but then there's also this bunker. And so since we're on the main road closer to the bunker, we might as well do this, bunker number 2, and get some more supplies. And keep this one in mind. Like, you're gonna know that this one is here once you have it, if you're playing along or whatever. I think next to the blizzards, this is my favorite type of weather in this game. Just the perfectly white sky and the light snow. It's just so quiet, you know? But yeah, that tree. That tree marker by the rock and a quick bank to the right. That's how you get to here. It's the easier thing to remember. There's something crazy from this bunker to a new objective that we're going to be doing next episode. And that one, that's something else. So each of these 3 prepper caches specialize in a different thing. I think this one is food. And you definitely want to get this to trigger the location of the 3rd one. I honestly don't even know if it's spawned. Like, if you go, like, it's right there, right below the community hall, the closest one, but I don't know if you go there before the letter, if it's still there. If so, like, you want to go to that 3rd one first. but I'm pretty sure it doesn't trigger until you find the note, because a lot of stuff in this game is like that. And speaking of, that book triggers another side quest, one that I don't do, because very quickly, as soon as we complete this survivor thing, it gets very hard. That's a ton of oil. Left it there because we already found a ton in that previous bunker. It's just too heavy to carry. As Mackenzie would say, it's like, I don't think I can carry much more. I don't know. It's just funny in games when they mumble to themselves.
Probably useful.
Or no, what's the line that he says that always makes me laugh? He's like, feels like a lot of gear. That's interesting. It's not a bad sweater, but you can almost always... Those are good. Those are better than the green undergarment things. If you fully repair it anyway. Rifle ammo. We do have a rifle, or we find one somewhere. Because I know we have it for next episode. And this, the second distress pistol, so that's going straight to the cabinet, but definitely use the flares. And I mean, from here you get the idea, so we're about to cut again. To, the next thing. The third and final stray survivor of this coming storm quest. Perfect weather for it, too. And like a dope, didn't even have a flare in there. Gotta appreciate stereo sound for stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know, just watching this, like, I want to be playing it. I'm just like, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing episode 3 again. But I do have to check out 4. And just figure out what else I'm doing, recording-wise, too. Can't just be playing games. I think this one was fairly easy, at least to start. But as I said, the Timberwolf thing gets harder.
Easy. I'm here now.
Wade. Oh yeah, how could you forget
Let me
Wade?
have a look, okay? Feeling better now?
So notice his temperature and his overall condition. Keep that in mind. And notice ours. Keep that in mind as well. Oh, yep, you know the deal. Coffee up. Get ready for the wolves. Somehow make it back. So with Wade, the common sense thing to do would be just get back to the main road as fast as possible and follow the road to the community hall. But he's so far north of the barn that you got all of that snowfield to get through just to get to the road. And in that process, you know what's gonna happen. Meter's a little bit longer, and we found rifle ammo, but not revolver. Or at least not a lot if we did. This was a struggle. Like, I hit that one wolf not too long ago. Remember, I was impressed by the shot, but yeah. Get ready for, like, the exact opposite here. It's funny how my own mental process comes back to me when watching something in post-commentary situations. So yeah, I was kind of forced to use the bow. And the reason I said what I just said is because I remember at this point thinking very strongly, like, I could just restart this recording and play better. But then I think it was... Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, who wouldn't be mad at that situation? It just wasn't pulling back. I don't know, it might have been the stamina meter. Because every time you take aim, it very quickly drains your stamina. Like, you have a short amount of time to get it right and take the shot. Because they're going for some sort of, like, realism or whatever. Finally a hit. I think it's, like, the only one I get, too. Like, I'm not sure where you have to look to aim, because the reticle's not there, you know? Yeah, out of bullets. The only other choice is the distress pistol. And that does work. And we end up doing it and missing a lot with that, too. It's just sad. At least you can get your arrows back, though, you know? Sensitive sticks. I think I remember that being a thing, too. Would like go to make a slight adjustment down and it does that huge jerk and then I shoot the slope. But you notice it is bringing their morale down. A lot of the, even bears, a distress pistol is like the most effective thing against a bear. Like it's the only thing programmed to make it go away. The rifle is the best to kill it, but one last miss for good measure. Like, that's the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, I want to redo it just to do it better, you know? So we made it! Eventually, I got to the road, noticed Wade, and noticed Astrid. All we have to do is follow the road, and the community hall is on the left, right? But one of the beautiful and scary things about this game is the weather. It's the whole point of why I even started to play it in the first place, if you remember part 1. Notice the triple arrows on Astrid's temperature meter compared to just the one on Wade. So I remember at this point being like, Wade, what the heck? Because he's fine. It's like freezing cold, instant hypothermia in a moment here when it really falls into nighttime. And yet Wade's just chilling.
I can't feel it.
Just one of those weird programming things. Like, you think it would be equal for both. Or if anything, Astrid should be maintaining her heat, doing all the work, rather than the other way around. Yes, look how fast that drained when it really picked up. And so now it's just praying. Check the map and notice how painfully far away you still are. And then constantly check the condition screen to see how close you are to actual hypothermia instead of just the risk. It's like there's nothing you can do. You can't go faster, you can't drop him, you can't build a fire in this weather. Like, all you can do is walk and just hope. Yeah, look at the condition meter of Astrid. It's just draining as fast as the temperature was. And that's what kills you. If that goes down, you're dead. But once again, Wade is just happily slooped over. But luckily I did make it.
You're making good progress. Your efforts are making a difference. But there's still work to be done.
Gentle Father Thomas. Yeah. What has to be done is firewood, calories from food, antibiotics, and the distress pistol, which I do instantly go put in, and the optional search for supplies, but we have to anyway. So yeah, I put the pistol in the cabinet, don't need to show it. And moving left outside of the community hall, there's this place I haven't even been to yet. Leading to the third bunker. It's got a firewood coal bin. And that was tempting, but I thought, wait, I don't want to get encumbered now and make this trek even slower. Because a lot of this chapter I was moving at the molasses speed. Just trying to get all the gear back to the community hall. So it's like, let's wait, let's get the stuff in the bunker first, and on the way back, search it. But yeah, this bunker is... like, everything that you could possibly want is in here. Finding it is another thing, though. Stupid rock layouts in this game. You can't always rely on the map. Like, it looks like it's right there, but you actually have to go way to the other side. We're going to see an instance of that for the next main objective of this storyline. There is a perfect instance of that. Where it seems like you could just walk up a hill to what you're getting at, but no, you have to go, like, way out of the way. Find a hidden path that leads to it. So in a way, I think it's good to play story mode before survival mode. Because here you actually have the map to refer to, and in survival mode, you can't even map it. Like, even if you have the charcoal to draw the map yourself, if it's bad visibility, which happens almost more often than good visibility, it won't let you do it. That completes it, the last bunker, and look at this place. Huge fire logs, that's so much burn time, so that they'll bringing those logs back. There's the best jacket in the game, or like the second best. So that fisherman's sweater, those are good boots too, and an accessory, a very good accessory for extra warmth. And no note in this one. But yeah, like if this somehow exists in survival mode, I don't think it does. It might, but this, look at it, man. If it had nearly as much stuff, you got rifle ammo, revolver ammo. This would be a definite good base. You definitely need it too, because completing this objective...
This'll come in handy.
Not this find the bunkers, but actually putting everything in the cabinet triggers basically an endless blizzard. So anything you want to do it now before you fill the cabinet up. But I didn't really know that while I was playing. Finally had the antibiotics from that place. And there you go. It's such a feel-good thing. Talk to Father Thomas, who teleported to the podium. And has a weird speaking box.
Thank you for your efforts. You have likely saved the lives of all these people. They now have a fighting chance to last through this storm. You have done God's work here, and He will forever look favorably upon you.
Thank you, Father. Do you think while looking favorably on me, He could also help me find a way out of here?
As I said, the usual paths are blocked. But the blizzard, it may have displaced enough snow to...
To what?
There is another route. It's a dangerous one. Through the mountains.
I'll take my chances. I really need to get to Perseverance Mills. If things are this bad here, they'll be worse. Look, I just need to get there. Can you help me?
An entrance to the old coal mine. If the blizzard moved enough snow, you might be able to get in there. It passes through the mountain. After that, you'll find the highway. It follows the coastline. Follow the highway, and God willing, you'll get to Perseverance Mills. Here, I'll draw it on your map for you.
Thank you, Father.
My thanks to you, my child. And if you'll permit an old priest an indulgence, I'd like to share some wisdom with you.
Go ahead, Father.
Your burden. I see it weighs heavily on you.
I don't know what you mean.
Yes, you do. You do not have to carry it alone.
Look, thank you, Father. But religion isn't really...
I don't say this as an attempt to sway your thinking or help you find faith. But find something, someone, to help with your burden. Otherwise it will consume you.
Look around you, Father. I think the Lord may have his hands full right now. Whatever burdens I may have, they're mine to bear. And mine alone.
However crowded his table, there is always a seat for you, my child.
I'll keep it in mind, Father. Here, you should take this back.
Keep it, my child. I fear you will have need of it before this long winter is done.
Well, there you go. Aftermath, a new Eminem record. No, it's not that. It's the final push. Leave the community hall. Oh, we just put all the supplies here. That's the feeling you have at this moment. And if you walk any forward more, the phone rings. But that's a next episode thing. So I was just taking one last look at the map. There's the big fish thing we just triggered from that book. Whatever that exclamation mark is, I don't even know. But I know it's the only achievement for episode 3's list of PlayStation achievements that I don't have, is the one for completing all the side missions. But yeah. Thanks for watching, you guys. Once again, I apologize for the post-commentary situation, but I hope it's enjoyable nonetheless. Take care.